Today we are going to be talking about the single greatest lens you can get for the FUJIFILM XT2. One of the most difficult things about owning a FUJIFILM XT2 are the variety of lenses available. All of them are stellar. For example, this is the 50-140 zoom. Oh, perfection. This is an amazing, amazing lens, but it's heavy and it's expensive. A lot of smarter photographers than I am will tell you that the single greatest lens for the FUJIFILM XT2 is this one right here, the 16mm prime. And this is, from the build construction to the quality of the glass, everything about this lens is perfect. However, it's also about $1,000. When I say what the best lens is for the XT2, I'm also factoring in price. When you use a FUJIFILM XT2 camera, you also have to factor in, are you going to be shooting video? It doesn't have an in-camera body stabilization system. Therefore, we have to rely on the lenses having a stabilization system in them. And unfortunately, there are not a lot of FUJIFILM lenses that have this. So for example, if you buy this amazing 90mm portrait lens, this thing is actually one of the fastest autofocus lenses that FUJIFILM makes. The problem is that it doesn't have any image stabilization. So if you're trying to shoot, say, sports with it or video, it's going to be too shaky. So it's a beautiful lens, not so good for video. This lens right here, the 35mm prime, this is a street photographer's dream. I love this lens. But is it good for everything? No. So given cost, given possibly doing some video, given my audience, say busy dads that want to get into photography as a side hobby, what should you get if you could only get one lens for this camera? What is the best value lens you can get for the FUJIFILM XT2? This one right here, the kit lens that comes with it, the 18-55. This is a stellar lens. I hate the word kit lens because a lot of times that brings up images of some cheap piece of plastic junk that the manufacturer throws in to get you to buy the camera. Not the case with FUJIFILM. In fact, you can feel it the moment you put this thing on. Solid construction, and it has this wonderful switch right here which you can turn on the lens stabilization. So this is a beautiful thing for video. This is an awesome lens for video, and it's what I use for most of my videos. In fact, let me tell you something. If I was just getting an XT2 for the first time and I could only have one lens glued onto this camera, no doubt about it, it would be this lens. It's not that much. You can pick them up for about $300 on eBay used. They're a little bit more on Amazon. I'll have some links below, but the bottom line is, if you're just getting into FUJIFILM XT2 or XT2, and you're not a hardcore professional photographer that needs a serious, one of these, and you're just starting out and you're learning the camera, my recommendation is get this lens. The focal range will cover everything you need to really put this camera through its paces. And most of what a lot of people do out there, if they're posting to social media or just, photographing their kids, things like that, for what you're paying for it, for what it gives you, the value that this lens gives you, and the fact that it's lightweight, and as a bonus, you can do video on it like it's nobody's business because this camera is amazing for video. You cannot go wrong. My recommendation is get the 18-55 zoom lens, the kit lens that comes with the camera. If you haven't bought the camera already, try and get it bundled together as one kit because you will save a lot of money that way, but you will not go wrong ever with this lens. Ever. As a busy dad, I'm not a professional photographer, but someone that loves taking pictures. The XT2 is amazing for that. This lens is all I would really ever need. It does a stellar job. And as your photography gets better and better and your bank account gets fatter and fatter, then you can start to go out and get other lenses, but you should start with this lens. It's amazing. I make new videos very frequently, and I would love to have you as a subscriber to this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in another video.